Good evening, traders. Adam here from Bold Logic doing another market analysis with you this Sunday night. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know it was real rainy and cloudy here, so I spent most of it indoors watching football. Nothing wrong with that, though. Going into the end of last week, we were talking about how the Bulls needed to continue on with their run up, a nice balance of support here in the 1430s and a nice push higher on Thursday, and we were looking for another push higher, a continuation run on Friday. That would really help stick it for the Bulls. That was going to be what they really needed to do. Unfortunately, we just didn't get that. It was actually a straight sell off pretty much all day, and then a little bit of a bounce, and then a kind of a washout. So really nothing happened there for the Bulls. Kind of a bad sign. You know, we're starting to form these bear flags in most the charts. As you see, we came down that support. We were oversold. We bounced up on lower volume, and now we're starting to sell off a little bit more on higher volume. We're no longer oversold, so we do have the ability to go down more. So definitely something that we're going to want to watch out for. See if we get a follow through on the bear side. Maybe a push below that 1430 come Monday, Tuesday, and then we'll just have to see how we react to these support levels that are about to step in. But right now we are looking a little bit bearish here. Bulls just did not step in when they needed to, back when we were bull flagging here, back when we were bouncing off support here. So we're just going to have to see if the bears have enough to be able to take it down. Again, looking at a bear flag here, even more so with the 20-day moving average coming in as resistance, along with this 3100 price level coming in as resistance. Ideally for the Bulls, they would like to see us bounce around in this area. That way we can get up enough steam and maybe enough support that we can actually break higher. Bears will want to look to see if we can't push it below the support level and take us down to that 50-day moving average, which will be our next major support. Russell 2000 telling a very similar story. Again, bear flag into that 20-day moving average, now acting as resistance. It is looking a little bit weaker. Does have the 830 support level to come in, so we're just going to see if the bears can hold that level, or the Bulls can hold that level going into next week. VIX is starting to point a little bit up. Right now about 1570. We do have a big numbers is coming out this week, so I expect the VIX is actually going to run up a little bit more into those numbers, especially into the Friday numbers. Looking at the Dow transports, this is exactly what we thought would happen. We're going to consolidate here after this major sell-off. We were very oversold. We came out of that just a little bit, and then we hit new lows at increased volume. As you can see, we just broke right through that consolidation. Bear flagging here a little bit, just enough to work off those oversold conditions and take us lower. This is definitely very unsettling for the Bulls. Very happy to see for the Bears. Definitely something to keep our eyes on is how these Dow transports are going to act coming up into this week. Bonds also looking very strong here. Came up into that 50-day moving average, very overextended, still overbought, but it is starting to move sideways, maybe bounce between this 20 and that 50-day moving average. Definitely a lot more bearish here just because it is looking like it's kind of set up to break above that 50-day moving average. We are seeing some rotation into the utilities, which is a defensive sector. So again, something to watch out for there. Materials are looking very weak here. Again, another bear flag. Looks like it could push down to that 50-day moving average. Technology, again, same thing. We're seeing this on a lot of charts, financials. Everything's looking pretty weak, except biotechs. They are actually looking pretty strong, sitting on that 20-day. So I definitely look to take any trades in the biotech sector. Definitely all day trades, no swing trades there, but could be a good sector. It could get hot. Definitely setting up for it. Looking into the economic reports this week, as you can see, it's going to be a busy week. Monday, it's kind of light here. We get the manufacturing index, some construction spending. Tuesday, motor vehicle sales. Doesn't really matter. And then Wednesday, we start to get into the good stuff. The ADP employment report is going to be a big one. The non-manufacturing index, also another big one. Again, then Thursday, we're going to move into the jobless claims. And then Friday is our big one with the employment situation, which is going to release the non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, hourly work rate, etc. So definitely a busy week for economic reports. Again, I do believe the VIX will run higher going into Friday just because of the uncertainty of the unemployment report. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. And again, we are just going to be busy watching these support levels but it is looking very bearish going into next week. Definitely a lot more bearish than bullish. So good luck, everyone.